Hey, it's Joel House, and today I'm handing you 30 niches that almost nobody is pitching for AI automation. These are niches that I've either had success with or niches I've got campaigns running for at the moment. So you're essentially going to become my competitor, and that's cool because I'll always find new niches. Now, each of these can pay you anywhere from $700 to $1,800 per month on a simple plug and play system. Now, the rules are simple. One niche per minute, one killer pain point, and the exact AI model that solves it, and the starter price that you can quote on your very next sales call. So let's dive in. Two quick things before we sprint. Firstly, if you see these little blue capsules, these are my Lego brick AI modules, S1 through S20. S1 is call capture, S2 is booking bot, all the way to S20, our HIPAA scrubber for health clients. Now, build each capsule once and reuse it forever. So you can essentially scale without hours. This is how I built my business. I have a menu of items that I can sell to clients, and I don't sell outside of that scope. Custom work is not profitable. Secondly, every slide will show you 4 facts. It will show you the total addressable market, the core pain point that I've identified for this market, the initial offering, and then the upsells. And you'll also notice there's this cool little timer that I put in here, which will count down for every single slide. Now, we'll also have the foot in the door module, and this is gonna be the quickest win that you can deliver, and the starter package, which is gonna be the price. So that is it. Essentially, you're gonna have a one-pager for each individual thing, and you're gonna have a pattern break. So, guys, this is it. These are the niches that I use. And while the gurus keep recycling, dentists and realtors and HR companies, we're starting with what I call the pattern break 5. These niches are niches your competition hasn't even thought about, the ones I've had success with. So grab a notepad. The first one is so obvious and so wide open, it'll blow your mind. From here on, it is 1 minute per niche. Let's go. So the first niche is funeral homes. There is 15,000 of these guys in the US, and on average, it's a $16 billion market size. So it's an enormous market that's really untapped. Now, in this industry, people want to get in touch with a home. They don't want to screw around. So the core pain that these guys have that I've identified is after hours calls roll to call voicemail, and families get frustrated. So the easy foot in the door offering here is a call capture and a booking bot. Now, a call capture is essentially going to be an AI voice assistant for out of hours that's going to tell them, hey, I'm AI. I know this is not who you want to speak to at this time of loss. It can be really compassionate. And then you can lead that to a booking bot to book a call with someone who can actually help them. Now, the starter is going to be a 3K setup with a $1,500 a month recurring. And the upsells for this niche that I like to upsell are the review booster, the ADA compliant site, and Google Ads to get them access to more things. This is gonna be tough. Okay, so second niche is gonna be subscription car wash chains. Total addressable market is 50 to 60,000 locations, and this is an $11 billion industry. Now, this is not car wash. This is subscription car washers who charge $50 to $100 per month for unlimited car washes. Now, the core pain is dormant members who stop scanning, because what happens is when people don't use the service, they churn. Yes, they're more profitable on those customers, but they churn, so they lose profit. So what you want is a dynamic pricing advisor that will dynamically adjust the pricing depending on how much people use the service to always be profitable. Think a casino. Now, the starter here is a 2K setup and a 1K monthly retainer. And easy upsells here are going to be the loyalty bot, the Reels generator, and the OTT ads. Now, one of the cool things here, and I'm going to drop it in another video, is each one of these products I'm telling you, I'm going to walk you through how to build them. So stay tuned for that video. Third one is kids swim schools. Until I had kids, I did not know how expensive swimming lessons were. There is a $1.7 billion market. And here's the thing, trying to get your kids booked into a swim school is nearly impossible because all the instructors are in the water. So it takes them a day to get back to you. And parents just get stuck on being on waitlists and running all day. So essentially you want a waitlist chatbot or a SMS speed to lead bot. $1,500 setup plus about $800 a month recurring. These guys charge a lot, but they're small businesses. So In West LA, where I live, the average 10 lessons will set you back $800. So very, very expensive, but these guys are capped by capacity. So that's why you can't really charge enormous money because they just don't have the scalability built into their business. Upsells, you can upsell merch, you can upsell review boosters, and you can upsell a e-waiver form. You can even upsell a short form video creator. Really quickly on the last one, short form video creator for the swim schools, that will actually generate a short of the kids swimming for every lesson. Really easy stuff to build. I'm going to reset this one. Put back here. Okay. Number 4, independent gyms and CrossFit boxes. So there's about 7,800 CrossFit gyms in America, about $4.2 billion of revenue. Now, most members quit after 90 days. That's the average attrition rate. And this just kills the MRR. These guys are essentially on a treadmill. So you want to essentially build them a churn risk sequencer, which analyzes people's behavior based on habits that they already have data for to see who's likely to churn and then reactivate those people to get them back in the door to follow up, to provide them with essentially care so they come back in. Now, about $1,000 setup, $600 a month, so not huge money in this industry. Again, it's a small business thing. Review Booster is a great upsell. Reels generation is an enormous upsell. These guys love it. And then you can do the recall engine, which I'll cover in the next video. So real estate wholesalers, enormous industry. 17,000 active wholesalers. And these guys do $42 billion a year of transaction value, not profit, transaction value. Now, the core issue these guys have is that they are lead list burnout. These guys usually will buy a lead list or generate a lead list of everyone who is selling, and then they'll try and basically get a wholesale deal, take a cut in the middle and sell it to someone else. So for them, their cold emails tank and their lead burns out. Now, easy foot in the door is AI SMS reactivation. 2K setup, $900 a month, really easy sell all day long. They make your year's worth of expenses back in one deal. Now, you can also do upsells here, which can be a quick offer builder. So much like the quick quote builder we do, your quick offer builder, where based on the phone call transcript, they can get the offer done. And the second is going to be a skip trace API. Third is going to be a referral survey to get to know their audience better. Now, we're about to jump into 25 more niches. I'm going to have some water. That was a tough start. These are 25 more niches. Some of these you will have seen before. They're a little more familiar, and I'm going to give you a different take on it. And here's the thing. All these niches have huge opportunity. So let's go. Number 6, auto glass repair. This is a $5.3 billion market. There's 5,800 businesses. Now, the core pain for these guys is insurance paperwork claims. It is hard, it is slow. They need a claim form bot. They need something that will actually assist with getting this process smooth and quick. So for these guys, $1,500 setup, $700 a month. Upsells is going to be Review Booster, No-Show Saver, and PPC ads. You'll notice in some of these, I'm actually upselling traffic services. And if you don't know how to do traffic services, some of the team at my agency does this. We also have other partners that do this. This is where you can take a clip and white label other people's work and just get an additional revenue stream without doing anything. So quick little hint there. Also with auto glass, out of hours is very, very valuable for these guys. Out of hours Androids. Number 7, mobile pet grooming vans. It's really tough to find the number of these, but we do know that the industry size is $810 million a year. Now, most of these guys are small. However, these guys are, I guess, very profitable. Like the average van will make about $120,000 a year. And if you can help optimize that, fantastic. So the core pain here is the owner drives a lot, and that leads to the phones going unanswered. So you can either build a AI assistant to go voice, or you can build a GPS slot filler. And a GPS slot filler will actually analyze where the van's going between appointments to optimize their day. So for this, $1,500 a month and $800. So $1,500 build, $800 a month. You can upsell them a route optimizer. You can upsell them literally an upsell drip, and then Instagram ads, which is a great place for this service. Niche number 8, IV hydration clinics. This is a rapidly growing business. It's a subsection of the med spa business, but I'm seeing a lot of these pop up here in Southern California that just do IV hydrations. So 1,200 clinics at the moment, rev share 1.3 billion. There's room for someone to come in and own the automation space in this niche. I'm talking 1-2 people can own it. You literally take 10-15% of the market share, everyone will come to you after that. So the core pain is they get DMs at 1 a.m. with people who are sick, and the nurses' calendars just become uneven. So this is where you need to build a HIPAA-ready DM bot. This is a more technical build, but it's a very lucrative build if you can get it right, because these guys will be about 2.5K build, about 1,200 a month. You can upsell them a recall engine, a financing bot, and also Google. Niche number 9, martial arts studios. So there's 5,500 martial arts gyms in America, and there's about $4.3 billion in revenue. I tried booking my daughter into a Taekwondo class. It is so difficult to get in touch with these guys. You fill out a form on the website and it takes them a week to get back to you. And if you try calling them, good luck. So the best thing to sell these guys is to sell them a call capture to trial pass SMS solution. So someone calls, it actually will run an AI booking bot, get their details and send them a trial pass to get the parent and the kids into the studio, into the dojo, whatever, and to get them going. Now, martial arts studios start at $1,000 a month, $1,000 setup, about $700 a month. And upsells, obviously they can upsell gear, you usually can't. Review booster is fantastic, content pack is fantastic. So is going to be anything that drives more traffic their way. Next up is pool builders. Pool builders is a huge industry. These guys, if you've ever looked to get a pool built, it's between $30,000 and $70,000 to get a pool built. So huge value here, untapped industry. So about 18,000 builders in the United States. Revenue is sitting at about $11 billion a year. Now the core pain is that they have estimates that sit unanswered while people just cannot get estimates out the door. So the best thing to sell these guys is an AI quote PDF. What that means is they will go to site with their headphones recording, they will do the measure, they'll talk to it, it will then generate the quote based on everything that it tells them. It will then put a human in the loop. So when they get back to the office, the quote is sitting there ready. Now, this is usually about a $3,000 build and minimum of $1,500 a month on the back end. Other things they can sell can be drone photos, insurance, help perform, and ads. All really good services to sell to these guys. Number 11, yoga and Pilates studios. There's 42,000 of these in the United States, $12 billion a year of revenue. Core pain is class pack credits expire unused. So what happens is my wife does yoga, she'll buy a class pack. Let's say she buys 10 class packs and there's 60 days to use it. If she uses, let's say 6 of those 10, she'll get into the 60 days and she's reluctant to order again because she's like, well, I just lost 4 credits. So what you build for these guys is what I call a renewal engine, which in the last, let's say over a 60-day cycle, in the last 20 days would be like, hey, you've got 5 credits left. Do you want to come on in and use them this week? So people actually use the credits, they get the value from it, and then they can actually, get the value and come back. Upsells is going to be Review Booster and Reels Generator to help build their social media presence. Niche number 12, dental practices. There is 181,000 offices, $156 billion a year industry. As you guys know, dental is an enormous space. Biggest downside is HIPAA. Biggest upside is it's a very simple business model with lots of money. So core pain for these guys is on average 50% of inbound calls go to voicemail. So you can either do a out of hours receptionist or you can do an out of hours callback to SMS. So call to text bot. 3K setup, $1,500 a month minimum. Upsells, Review Booster, you're starting to see some trends here, e-forms and paid ads. Next is med spas. So med spas, about 10,000 locations in America, 17 billion in revenue. And the core pain is leads ghost after a free consult. So the average sale structure in this industry is a lead comes in, they get a free consult, and then they get a care plan. So foot in the door is going to be a virtual consultant bot. And this is really going to ask some questions back and forth for photos. I'll use SMS here. So they'll get the photos of what the person wants fixed, the pain points, all that sort of stuff done, so that the clinic isn't using as much time doing free consults. And then they can say, hey, come on in for a $17 offer. You can adjust the actual offering there. So the starter pack is $2,000 to build this and about $1,000 a month on average. Upselling, a financing follow-up is a fantastic one. If people want the services, can't afford it, you can actually build a financing upsell, and of course, meta ads. HVAC contractors, again, very popular industry to target for this stuff. 117,000 firms, 123 billion in revenue. Core pain is the 10 p.m. I've got no AC calls. Now, you don't want to be doing this. You're going to be building a triage bot. Much like triage in a hospital, people come in, they get sorted out, and then they go to where they need to go. A triage bot is essentially an after-hours receptionist that's going to actually allocate the calls to who it needs to go to dispatch the right person. So $2K a month, so $2K setup, $900 a month. Now, why $900 a month? This industry has huge volume, but most companies in this industry don't make that much money. Very big misconception. So you want to get yourself a couple of smaller clients, get some case studies, and then land some bigger clients, and you're done. Instant quote, the AI quote generator, huge value for these guys when they go on site. So is the review booster. Pool service firms. A lot of people who have pools don't want to service them. So there's 90,000 companies in America that do pool service, and an $8 billion industry. The core pain point here is the zigzags. These guys basically drive around a city to look after people, and if they book a new client and they're not sure where to put it. So, and often these things aren't time sensitive. They just say, we're going to come on Tuesday. So you want to build a GPS driven route tracker. And this is about $1,500 build, about $700 a month. It's a simple set and forget solution here. Upsells, you can do a review booster or content reels. And of course, I had 10 seconds left. You can also do speed to lead and database reactivation here too. Niche number 16, auto detail and ceramic shops. Really great industry. I like this industry a lot personally because there's 60,000 shops, there's 9 billion. It's an emotional buy. Emotional buys you can really double down on. So the big thing here is no-shows. No-shows can wipe out daily profit. So you want to be building a very strong confirmation system with a deposit bot. So someone needs to put a deposit down in order to confirm their slot. Just like if you go to a high-end restaurant these days, they'll get a $50 deposit to book your reservation that gets credited towards your bill. So $1,000 setup, $600 a month. Small ticket, as you're noticing for a lot of these, but these are long-term retainers. Once you build this technology into a business, they're not going to let go of it. So you just start building a very, very passive business. So review booster and a mini site. If these guys don't have a site, you want to be building them a site, you can use Lovable, Bolt, Claude Code, any of the tools that build mini sites. Number 17, physical therapy clinics. Whew, this is getting tough. 37,000 clinics. Market revenue is 53 billion. And the biggest pain point for these guys is they'll often do treatment plans, but people just won't show up. And the issue there is they don't get paid that much to build a treatment plan, and they actually get the results and the testimonials and the impact thereafter when people do show up. So you want to do a plan of care reminder bot. So basically similar to a old school autoresponder, but it's going to be customized based on their care plan and based on, hey, have you done this today? Have you done that today? So you can actually do it to get them in the office, and you can build it to remind them about what they've got to do each day at home to really ensure they get the results. Number 18, boutique CPA and bookkeeping companies. Huge opportunity here. Accountants are renowned as the least tech savvy industry in the world. So these guys are really, really useful to sell to once you get your foot in. So 88,000 boutique CPA and bookkeeping firms in the United States, $52 billion revenue. Now that's about half the size of dentals, but very few people talk about this industry. Personally, I really like it. And you can also sell some real pain point driven things here. So foot in the door for these guys is the document chaser, which will actually analyze documents, make sure that the CPA has all the documents they need in order to hit the deadlines, because clients are really bad at sending documents through to the accountant. You'd set up about $2,000 for setup, about $800 a month, and then upsells, honestly, LinkedIn ghostwriting and LinkedIn posts, huge. Review booster, and you can even build a CFO dashboard for them or install a SaaS version. Number 19, private therapy practices. Private therapy is basically psychologists. Now, the 12,000 of these in the US, 13 billion revenue. You can see there's a lot of revenue per clinic. Insurance and intake forms overwhelm a solo therapist. Now, I'm talking specifically solo therapists. I'm not talking major clinics here. So the self-match bot and the form intake bot, really good here. Again, this is a niche. It's a small niche. So you want to be looking about a $1,500 setup, $700 build fee. And then upsells will be referral survey to get feedback as they go. You can have a recall engine in there, and you can also run ads to help them get new clients. And ads are great for these guys because they often become overwhelmed. They often only need 5 or 10 clients at a time. They don't want to build a business, so ads are great to switch on and off when they need clients. Number 20, we're on the home straight here. Plastic surgery offices. Lots of people talk about this, but they're not going to do it this way. Prospects ghost after they get the price quote. Now, the 7,000 practices, 9 billion in revenue. Now, most people come in here thinking they want more leads. The challenge is actually closing leads. Most people come in to get a plastic surgery job. Let's call it a rhinoplasty nose job. They'll get quoted $30,000, $50,000, and they go, whoa, I'm pissing out here. The solution is going to be a finance follow-up bot, which is going to be basically a bot that will remind them about the finance and help answer their questions about finance. Most of these jobs are finance driven these days. Now, because this is a higher ticket industry, $3,000 setup, $1,800 a month is usually what you would charge in this space. You can also upsell a 3-quote option and a review booster, and always YouTube ads. YouTube ads work really well for this space because people research before they actually get the procedures. 21, residential solar installers. You knew this had to be on the list. The core pain is lead spam, and that's that reps waste a lot of time with tire kickers. This is where an AI SMS qualifier kicks in. You want to qualify the leads that come through. A lot of these guys will either buy leads or run ads. You're going to be qualifying them. If they're buying leads from a lead gen company, running your own SMS bot to those leads is really, really powerful because you can then go tell the client to go back to the company and be like, hey, these are all the leads that you said were qualified, they're actually unqualified. That then enables them to get a refund, and often they'll actually save your fee in leads that weren't any good. Upsells, instant proposal, huge in this industry. Sales reps are exactly that, they're sales reps, so you want to have instant proposals. You want to have a win back drip. A lot of leads aren't ready yet, so a lot of people will get a quote today and they'll buy in 12 months time. So you want to have that win back drip, and of course ads. Number 22, kitchen and bathroom remodelers. Again, a huge industry here. 47,000 firms, 523 billion in revenue. Now, the biggest pain here is backlog slows sales. So what you want to be doing here is actually building an instant quote bot. You're starting to see some trends here as to what I sell and why I sell it. So the instant quote bot is a fantastic tool. Again, they'll go on site, they'll video record. For these guys, I like video recording versus just audio, because you can actually get the AI to take snapshots of the video and then do a render based on whichever model you choose in FAL to actually bring the two together. Or they can just do the audio recording and actually get that into an instant quote, human in the loop to approve the quote, edit whatever they need to edit, and then get it out the door. Quicker turnaround means more money. Number 23, vacation rental managers. So this is actually a really interesting industry. There's 25,000 firms that do this, 100 billion in revenue. Now, the revenue, these guys only usually take 6 to 9% of revenue. So don't look at the revenue, it's not as high as you'd think it is. Now, the owners usually bombard the staff for updates. That is, if I own a rental property, and I give it to a vacation rental property to manage, quite often people are like, hey, what's the update? What's the update? And they just do a statically price. So you want to do dynamic pricing alerts, so the people who essentially ask less get charged less. Really simple. So $2,000 build, $1,000 a month. Lead reactivation and a new website are often big things for these guys. They usually don't invest the money they need on a website, but with the vibe code tools, we can actually build them sites to the quality that they need very easily. So it's a huge upsell. Niche 24, landscaping and tree services. Tree services are called arborists, if you want to get really technical. And there's 123,000 firms and $153 billion here. Arborists, in my opinion, are the most lucrative of this space because they are qualified tree doctors, essentially. Now, there's seasonal troughs where leave crews are idle. So some seasonal troughs, like through winter, often trees aren't trimmed. A lot of people aren't done at the beginning of spring. So you want to be using Upsell Cadence bot here, which will essentially say, hey, if you come and get your stuff done earlier in the season, we'll give you a discount, and make people know there's a discount, as well as upsell them through the year for the other services to get the crews back in. And you want to build it in a way that they can just email you, be like, hey, I need more leads. You can run it, get them leads, happy days. $1,000 setup, $600 a month. Brilliant industry. Niche number 25, pest control, small businesses. So 32,000 firms, estimated revenue is $26 billion. And these issues are the midnight help calls. You see a lot of people, depending on where you are, especially more tropical and swampy climates, will have all sorts of pests. I grew up in a tropical climate, and we would wake up and have a python wrapped around the ceiling rail outside the door. So you're like, oh shit, there's a python outside the house. What do we want to do here? In Australia, it's a little bit different. Anyway, these guys, you want to get an instant quote bot. You want to be able to get a quote to them based on a phone call or based on an SMS. For these guys, I would honestly connect the instant quote bot to an SMS qualification to get it out via SMS, so the owner doesn't really need to do anything at midnight. Just get it out. $1,500 setup, $800 a month. These guys do high turnover. They're usually not great business people though. Number 26, vets and veterinary clinics. 34,000 practices, $52 billion a year. This is a very interesting space because people treat their pets like children. They're very passionate, it's very emotional. The biggest pain issue here is their phones get jammed up really easily. These sort of businesses make money by keeping the overheads low, so they don't have enough people on the phone for when these spikes happen. And the pet parents, it's a weird generation we live in, pet parents are often on hold. So you want to do a triage bot to ensure that people are getting scheduled in the right times in the right places, or you can build an AI receptionist to handle the information, get the information you need, and get the vet to call them back when they're quiet. $2,000 setup, $1,000 a month. Instagram ads and recall engine are both really, really great here. Number 27, the optometry or eye care. 22,000 practices, 37 billion. And here's the thing, most people forget to do their recall, their next exam. So on average, people go into the optometrist every 2 years to get their eyes treated. This is becoming a huge deal as people's health overall is getting worse. Diabetes is getting worse, people's diets are getting worse, their eyes are getting worse very quickly. So this industry is going to keep growing very rapidly. So patients just forget their next eye exam. So this is where the recall engine comes in. The recall engine is similar to a database reactivation, except it's based on scheduled timelines. So $2,000 setup, $900 a month for a set and forget style build. Really, really easy. Social content reviews are and also lens quotes are also great upsells. We're literally almost around the corner, guys. Stick with me. Hopefully you found something that's really useful. Number 28, micro recruiting agencies, not the big guys. Screw the big guys, you're not gonna make any money there. 20,000 firms, 14 billion in revenue. These guys are heavy commission based. So every dollar to them, every new patient to them, placed candidate to them is worth a lot of money. So core pain, manual resume screening. You guys want to automate that. You want the resume screener bot to do it. You can either build yourself one or you can implement a SaaS tool, $2,500, build $1,200 a month, and then you can do all sorts of additional things here. E-bike retailers and repair. Huge issue here and a really surprising niche. 900 shops in the US, total market revenue is 1.9 billion. If you take these guys and run an omni-channel, omnipresent campaign, you can really hammer this out. Because people are spending $2,000 to $3,000 on an e-bike, but they're not getting maintenance done properly. I had my e-bike, I didn't do my maintenance, ended up with hundreds and hundreds of dollars of parts, and the thing started falling apart. So customers forget routine maintenance. Foot in the door is maintenance ping. It's really simple, kind of like an autoresponder, but with an AI chatbot attached to the back end via SMS. Really simple. You can also sell the same thing to small auto dealerships. $1,500 build, $700 a month, and review booster, local ads. And of course, you can always do the regular package, the speed to lead, the out of hours, the instant quote. All these things can be brought together. Now, last thing, micro B2B SaaS. There is 15,000 SaaS firms in the US, and there's $38 billion in value. Now, the core pain here is free trial users churn before they pay. Most people who sign up for a free trial don't ever sign up and pay. It's a huge issue in this industry. I work in this industry quite heavily. The foot in the door is honestly the in-app tutor bot, which is, and this is a big issue I see with micro SaaS specifically. Once someone signs up for a free trial, they don't tutor people on how to use it for their outcome. You want to be building an AI that will tutor them. It could be a chatbot, but it'll tutor them through how to use the software. Simple knowledge base attached to the AI chatbot, fantastic. In here, you can have an upsell sequencer, AI ads, obviously outbound emails are all really, really great upsells. Whew, we did it. Guys, that was 30 niches in 30 minutes. That was probably the hardest video I've ever shot. Hopefully you found some value to it, and hopefully these niches got you thinking. The question here is, which niche are you going to claim? Comment below which niche you want to claim, and the niche that is the most upvoted, I'm going to pull the N8N blueprint out of my vault, and I will run a full tutorial on it, as well as put the actual snapshot live so you guys can take it and go and sell it. So thank you for watching. Subscribe for more AI playbooks. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to be doing a follow-up video here where I'm going to cover all of these 20 services so you know exactly what you can sell on your menu and kick ass with your AI agency. With that said, have an amazing day. See you next time.